Hi everyone, welcome to my coding channel Coding Learner. So today we discuss about the reverse function of our linked list. So I created a three pointer, a previous pointer, current pointer and the null pointer. So our previous pointer will points to the null initially and our current pointer will be points to the head initially, and we didn't initialize our next pointer yet. And now next we are calling a while function which runs until and unless our temp pointer will not equals to null, and we initialize our next pointer to the current to next, and then we change the current pointer next to the previous pointer. It means that our current pointer will points to the previous pointer. So after that our previous pointer will be our current pointer and the current pointer will be our next pointer. So let's move, and now you can see that our previous current pointer will be point at null now, and we move forward for the next iteration of our loop. And now our previous pointer at are the previous current, and previous our current pointer will be at the previous next pointer. And now we initialize our next pointer to the current pointer next, and here the current pointer is right now, and then we points our current pointer to our previous pointer. So this is what happening over here. And next the previous pointer will be our current pointer, and our current pointer will be our next pointer. So let's move, and now we see that our previous pointer over here and our current pointer will be there, and our next pointer will be there by next pointer is equals to current pointer to next. And now our current pointer next will points to the previous one. So this is how of our linked list will be done, and our current previous pointer will be our current pointer and the current pointer will be our next pointer. Let's move forward, and this is how the sequence of our reversing of our linked list will be done. So when our current pointer is equals to null, then the iteration of our loop stop and it returns our previous pointer. So now our new head will be our previous pointer, and our previous pointer contain the next node address, and our next node contain next to next address. So this is how the reverse linked list. So now we implement our reverse list function. Let's call the return type will be null, so that we return the new head which is our previous pointer, and the name of our function is reverse. Just take reverse one, and it takes the node star and head, and there is a three pointer node star. Previous pointer will be initially our null, and our node star current pointer will be our head initially. Stick head, and there is one more node which is our next PTR. So we are creating a while loop which runs until and unless we getting our current pointer is not equals to null. So first we initialize our next pointer with current pointer next, and we point our current pointer next to our previous pointer. So this line will change the address of our current pointer to the previous pointer, and now we change our current pointer or our previous pointer. Our previous pointer is our current pointer now, and our current pointer will be our next pointer now, and each time our next point will be iterate from here. So we didn't need to put that our next pointer will be our current pointer to the next. So this is how the iteration of our linked list will done by using a while loop, and at last we return our previous pointer which is our new head right now. So that's it about the reverse first function, and just call it. Let's make a new node star new head. There is a function reverse which returns the node of our new head, and we give our head as an argument. After that, we call the display function with our new head. So let's run it. There is an error. I just forget to write the semicolon over here. Just save and run again. Okay, you can see that our linked list will be reversed now, and so this is how the reverse function of our linked list works. So there is one more approach which is recursively calling. We didn't need to declare the three pointer, so let's move forward for the recursively calling of our reverse linked list function. So now we learn how the reverse of our linked list will be done in our recursively calling approach. So initially our head will be over here. So we are calling, we is equals to null, or head is equals to null, then return head. So there the condition will be false, and the next line will say that our node star new head will be our reverse to, and we give argument, or we give our had next node to a reverse to function again. So this is how the recursively calling function will be done. So here second line will be run, and here ahead will be our 12. Let's move forward, and next it's again called the reverse to function, and we says that our head next is the argument of our reverse to function. So our head will be this, and we are calling for our next head to next node, and let's move, and now the head will be over here. Again it's calling the reverse to function, saying that our head will be our next, so it is the argument. Let's move forward. So this is how the head will be moved, and at last our head is at where the head next is equals to null. So this condition will become true, and then it returns our head, and here our head will be our 44. It means that it is the last node which is our head now, and it returns our head, and here our head will be returned. So 44 will be returned at 23. So now our new head 1 is our head. And now after the recursively calling, after the completion of our first row, we are saying that our head next to next is equals to our head. It means our head will be over here right now, and its head next to next will be our head. So this is how the link will be done through the new node to our head. So this is how the node is connected to the next, and now our head will be at here, and we know that we are connected. Our head next to next is our head, so this is how the connection will be done. And let's move forward, and we are creating that our head next will be our null. So these fourth line will be run, and we find that our head next contain null, and then it returns our head 1. So we know that our head 1 will be our 44 is remains same. So this is how the work is done, and after the one recursively calling, and now we are at the here, and our head will be 4, our new head will be our new head which is 44, and next line will be our head, next is our head. Let's move forward for the, so our head to next is our head. So here our head will be this, and our head to next means our head next to next, our head at here. So 2004 it points to this node, and our head to next, it means that 23 contains and takes the head. So the 23 points to our head now, and after that our head next will be null. So this is what is happening, and at last in the fifth operation our new head will be returned. So it's remain new head because we named it as a new head, and after that our new head will be our 44 again, and we are calling these three lines again, and we find that now the 22 will be connected to our last connected node. So this is how the head will be after the moving forward, it returns back, and each time a new node contains the next node, and a new node next to next contains the next node. So this is how the reverse of a linked list will be done through the recursively calling approach. So now our new head will be a 44, and our last node is our previous head node. So this is how the reverse of a linked list will be done in recursively calling. Let's move forward for the implementation. So now it's time to implement our reverse second function, which is work on the principle of recursively calling. So it contains a node star. So the return type of our reverse second function is node, and it takes node star and head, and its tag first if our head is equals to null, or our head next is equals to null, then return head. And I created a new node named as new head, and we are calling recursively for our head to next. After that, our head next to next will point to the head, and after that, our head next will point to null, and each time we return our new head. So this is how the recursively calling of our reverse linked list second function. Let's call it. Let's run. So you can see that the linked list is recursively